Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the biggest stories shaking up the tech world. Apple may soon pay Google $1 billion every year to power the new Siri with Gemini AI. Yes, you heard that right. The two biggest rivals in Silicon Valley might actually team up. So what's really going on behind this billion-dollar deal, and how could it change the future of Siri and Apple's entire AI strategy? Let's break it down. 1. A billion-dollar AI partnership on the horizon. According to Bloomberg's trusted tech reporter Mark Gurman, Apple and Google are now in the final stages of negotiating a deal worth roughly $1 billion per year. The goal is simple. Apple would license Google's Gemini AI model, one of the most advanced large-scale AI systems in the world, and integrate it directly into the next generation of Siri. If this partnership becomes official, it'll be a rare sight, two longtime competitors joining forces. And it could completely reshape how billions of people interact with Siri on their iPhones, iPads, and Macs. More importantly, this move signals a big shift in Apple's AI approach, blending its strong focus on privacy and security with the raw computing power needed to stay competitive in the fast-moving AI race. 2. Apple's AI problem, falling behind. For over a decade, Apple has proudly built nearly everything in-house, from processors to operating systems, all while emphasizing user privacy. But when it comes to artificial intelligence, Apple's pace has lagged behind. Siri, which debuted in 2011 and once felt futuristic, now seems outdated next to tools like ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini. These new systems can write code, create images, and carry full conversations, while Siri still struggles with chain tasks or contextual questions. Apple's internal AI engine, called Apple Intelligence, is improving, but it's nowhere near the massive scale of Google's models. Reports suggest Apple's biggest in-house model has about 150 billion parameters, whereas Gemini Ultra operates at 1.2 trillion. That's almost 8 times larger, and in AI terms, that difference means deeper reasoning, better understanding, and faster learning. Apple knows that to make Siri truly smart again, it needs that kind of horsepower, and Google has it. 4. Why Apple picked Gemini. Before choosing Google, Apple quietly tested models from OpenAI and Anthropic. ChatGPT did well with creative writing, Claude impressed testers with logical reasoning, but across Apple's internal benchmarks, speed, scalability, and reliability, Gemini came out on top. Gemini excelled at multilingual understanding, long-term context, and fluid natural conversation, all key ingredients for a next-gen Siri. Even better, Google was reportedly open to creating a custom Gemini version tailored to Apple's ecosystem. That flexibility, combined with Gemini's superior performance, made it the perfect temporary solution while Apple continues to build its own supermodel behind the scenes. 5. How the integration will work. Now, here's what's important. This deal doesn't mean Apple is giving Google control over Siri. Apple will host Gemini entirely on its own servers within its own secure cloud infrastructure. That means your data stays under Apple's strict privacy policies. Gemini will simply provide the reasoning engine, the brain that interprets what you ask Siri to do. So Apple gets Google's intelligence, but keeps Google out of user data. It's the same privacy-first approach Apple has always promised, just supercharged with Gemini's capabilities. 6. What the new Siri could actually do. So what changes will you notice once Gemini joins the picture? Apple's vision for a Siri that finally feels alive, conversational, proactive, and helpful across every app. Imagine saying, "Siri, summarize this email, schedule a follow-up for tomorrow, and share it with my team," and it just happens. Or asking Siri to read a web page, extract key points, and draft a reply, all in real time. This upgraded Siri would understand context across apps, remember previous conversations, and adapt to your habits. It could automate multi-step tasks, pull data from multiple sources, and deliver results instantly. No more awkward misunderstandings. In short, the Gemini-powered Siri might finally be the AI assistant Apple promised us years ago, natural, responsive, and truly smart. 7. When will it launch? Bloomberg says Apple initially planned to introduce a more advanced Siri with iOS 18, but that timeline slipped. The new Siri is now expected to debut in spring 2026, likely alongside Apple Intelligence 2.0. It'll probably appear first on the iPhone 16 Pro and later models, devices powerful enough to handle on-device AI tasks. Older iPhones may still get some cloud-based features, but the full experience will require Apple's latest hardware. 8. The trade-off: power versus privacy. Of course, this partnership raises tough questions. Can Apple truly protect user privacy while using Google's technology? Apple's entire brand rests on data protection, while Google's business thrives on data-driven services. That's why Apple's approach is so cautious. Gemini's model will run inside Apple's controlled environment, never connecting to Google servers. Apple gets the performance boost without surrendering its privacy advantage, a fine line that will define how users judge this partnership. 9. Apple's long-term AI plan. Insiders say Apple sees this deal as a temporary bridge, not a marriage. Its AI labs are already building an in-house model rumored to surpass 1 trillion parameters, expected sometime in 2026 or 2027. Once that model is ready, Apple may phase out Gemini completely. For now, though, the collaboration gives Siri the brain upgrade it desperately needs, while Apple buys time to finish its own AI supermodel. Final thoughts. If this billion-dollar deal goes through, it marks a turning point in tech history, where two fierce rivals choose cooperation over competition to push AI forward. For Google, it's a huge win, $1 billion a year and deeper access to Apple's ecosystem. For Apple, it's a strategic shortcut, using Google's AI power to make Siri great again while staying true to its privacy promise. By 2026, we could finally meet Siri 2.0, smarter, faster, and more conversational than ever before. And who knows, this might just be the start of a new era where big tech companies collaborate to create the AI tools of the future. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more weekly updates on the world of AI and technology. See you in the next video.